let's do gravity minimized position for both flexors and extensors of the hip. That's going to be side lying with the involved hip up. That way. There we go. They can see her lovely face. Okay? So we're going to want her in a side lying position. Whenever we test the hip motion, we're going to want to stabilize her pelvis because her tendency is going to want to be to roll like this, which will be a substitution, or at the very least will dissipate forces, and we want to see what we want to see. So this is important that we control right here. Okay? If I'm going to test her in a gravity minimized position for her flexion, hip flexors, I'm going to start her in a full hip extension. Do I want her knee bent, or do I want it straight as I start here? And why?
For hip flexion?
Because I'm going to come this way, right?
Right.
Okay.
To eliminate, if you flex the knee, you're going to be specifically pinpointing rectus femoris, as opposed to the whole group.
Really?
No.
You want it straight.
Why?
To give more range of motion, right?
Why?
Because of rectus femoris, because it goes over the knee
Rectus
as
is
well.
a two-joint muscle, right?
Right.
If I bend her knee,
You're gonna make it
see how much range I lose? And I want to be able to bring her through a full available range, start to finish, right? So I want it straight as I start. Once I get up here, it doesn't matter, does it? I really want it to bend because it's easier for me. Now I'm good, right? I also want it to bend as I'm coming up that way for what other reason? As I come into flexion. Why do I want her knee to bend here and through the rest of the range? Instead of keeping her knee straight. For hamstrings, which cross both the hip and the knee. Okay? Does that make sense? So I'm going to start straight. I'm going to move into a full flexion like this. If I want to test the strength, right here, I'm going to have her straighten. Okay? So she's doing the work, right? Because this is a strength test. Bring your knee to your chest if you can. There we go. And now just straighten out your leg as far as it'll go. And I've just tested her in a gravity minimized position. That's a 2 each way, correct? All I'm doing is supporting her because I want to see her strength. Does that make sense? So we're paying attention to our anatomy as we do this. Not only knowing what muscles are being activated, but the other thing we think about is what's on the other side of the joint, because I want to make sure that I get a full available range, which, how do I know what that is anyway?
Compare it to the other side.
And what?
Compare it to the uninvolved side.
Compared to the involved side. Or I've already tested range of motion on the involved side. Yeah. So those two pieces of information are going to give me what I need to know. I've already did my range because that comes first. Then comes strength. Then comes everything else, like special tests at the very end. Remember that we formed a hypothesis by the time we choose a special test, right? We have in our brain kind of what structure or structures we want to rule in or rule out by the time we choose a special test. That's towards the end. Okay, questions on that?